we kind of run over time a bit, but I'd love to just, if you're prepared to stay, let's have 2 questions from the audience. There should be some microphones. There's a lady up in the middle at the back there. If this microphone doesn't get you, just shout it out. It's coming. Here we go. Thanks.
Hi, could I go back to the first speaker, Peter?
Sorry, could you say who you are? And
yes, certainly.
Yeah.
Belinda Perriman from Shell. Peter, you seem to dismiss the idea that your grandchildren could use clean fossil fuels. You seem to say that, fossil fuel companies were dinosaurs and relegated to the Stone Age, and that carbon capture and storage was too expensive, when actually, the first one is yet to be built in this country. So is the carbon war room really at war with fossil fuel companies, or is that just a wrong impression I got? Are you open to your grandchildren using clean fossil fuels?
Yeah, so the grandchildren point was more that are people in the room doing what we can? So if sort of, for instance, the solution you're working on is part of that solution picture, then that answers your own question. All I said was the bit that we are focusing on is the bit to a low carbon economy, not by attacking any existing infrastructure, potentially like you're suggesting, but more working out where are the business opportunities that are more compelling for new entrepreneurs and new business models. So if you, for instance, crack that problem, then that's great. That's part of that's part of the solution. It's not necessarily part of the piece that we're working on, but what I said was that curve with all the strips, all of them need to happen. Some of them are more expensive than others, and we were saying, let's work out as a small organization, how do we get unlock the profitable opportunities? There are bigger companies and bigger governments that need to work on the longer term, harder stuff, of which your idea sounds like one of them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. One more question. There's a gentleman in the front. In fact, there's 2 gentlemen at the front. They have to fight over who asks. Let's see whether the question is a short one or a long one.
Thanks. Andy Mabry from Community Energy Scotland. I've got a question for Julian Leslie. It seems that you are being constrained by our regulators in GB and UK, and it seems that they're not understanding what Peter Boyd was talking about in terms of the necessity of getting off fossil fuels. There was non-renewable stuff being, on your graph up to 2026. They're not understanding the need for.
I think we've got the question. Thanks.
Yep. So, what is it they're not getting? Is the question?
They do get it, but obviously one of their roles is to protect the consumer, and these reinforcements are hugely expensive. And what they need to be sure is that the projects are going to come that they say they're going to come. So 40 gigawatts contracted. Levy control framework will pay for 26, and yet we're looking for investment, big investment on transmission projects, and there is that uncertainty. If we had 26 gigawatts of generation and contracted background, we need 26 gigawatts, then it'd be a no-brainer. We have to build what's contracted. When you have this huge ambition across GB for 40 gigawatts by 2020, it comes into question. Not all of it can happen because it won't all get funded, and therefore which of the projects do happen. So we need some certainty that's going to drive where the location of these generators are and which ones are going to come forward and when.
Okay, I think so. I must apologise for the others who wanted to ask questions, but we really are overrunning on time now. So I think just another plug for Richard Branson, 1:30 in Crombie B. So you can talk to hear Richard Branson in the questions and answer session. And on behalf of the All Energy team, I'd like to thank you as an audience, but please to thank the panelists. Let's thank the panelists for great presentations in the normal way. Thank you very much.